All right, Jeff Martin and Matt Hall here from the Yard Bar in Aggieville at our KSO party. After K-State knocks off Georgia 56-51. Good to have you back in town.
Appreciate that, sir. Appreciate it.
This is a good time. We haven't got to do this for a while, so I'm going to make you start talking right away.
Yes.
Thoughts from the game today? K-State's win over the Bulldogs in Bramlage Coliseum.
It was a grinder of a game. It was a great game. It was a good win. Ugly as all get out. Do not get it twisted. This was not a masterpiece. This isn't something you're going to hang up or memorialize or anything like that. But I'll tell you what, it was a game that they don't win. You know that cliche, we wouldn't win it back in November or whatever, but it's true. This team wouldn't win it. In fact, I think the players even admitted as much afterwards. I think Dean Wade said, it's a game that we've really matured. Bruce Weber, our guy Bruce, tickled to death about getting this one. You can tell, and you have to feel kind of good for where the program is, that you can essentially scratch, claw out. This is the type of game that I think his predecessors made routine, that they would win these type of games, and I don't know if you could necessarily say that Bruce's teams could, and they did today. Yep, you're exactly right. K-State had a stretch, and I think with 6 minutes left, they're down 6 points. The way the game is going at the pace, 6 felt like 12, and they had to lock down defensively and get stops. Georgia gets 2 points from that point on the rest of the game. Yeah, and what they did was they started getting to the whole Cartier Jada. We're committed to Jada now. He got to the rack a couple times, 3-point plays, showed a lot of poise, and then Dean Wade kind of carried them for a couple huge buckets, and then Barry did what Barry did, hit free throws late to kind of salt the game away. It's a formula that works. They were hitting nothing. They were springing, what's the expression? Leaking oil. Right. And I really thought this is a game they're going to lose, and they surprised me. Dean Wade specifically is kind of a good epitome for this game, because you kind of feel like, at least I did, I shouldn't speak for you, but that he wasn't playing particularly well and struggling. The game's over, K-State wins. He has 20 points and 8 boards. I thought he was impressive today in the fact that struggled a lot of the game, but still got the win and had a good line at the end of the day. Bruce had an interesting observation about Dean. He said that in the first half, he said because of Mayton, he said he felt like maybe on our board, people were saying that he was in Dean's head. Bruce said that he could see the doubt creeping in Dean's eyes a little bit. And so he said he kept trying to prop him up. And then the coolest thing is that down the stretch, Dean trusted what Dean's been doing lately. And he's making buckets, going with no hesitation, going back to shots he's been making. And they'll eventually fall. He's too good of a shooter for not to fall. And another guy you mentioned to talk about a little bit more would be Cartier Jada. K-State doesn't win the day without him. He gets 2 big 3-point plays in the second half. And we talked before the game about kind of how unflappable he is and how the moment doesn't seem to bother him. Is that what you saw from him today? We did, and somebody in our pod, I think, predicted that they'd have a pretty big game from Cartier. This guy. Spot on. He's been talking a lot about his high school coach. Shouts to Pete Ellis. And we were texting during the game, and after the game, I took a photo with Cardi, sent it to Pete, and he's a kid whose face lit up when I mentioned his coach. And it's the first time I've seen him really express some emotion. And I was like, whoa, it kind of took me back. You talk to him after the game, he's this really mature, measured kid who looks like, he's seen everything and nothing can really shake him. I think that translates to the floor as well. He was a kid who was in control, delivered plays when Barry wasn't doing anything today because he wasn't for stretches. And you're right, without Cartier, they don't win. I think we have to now take a second to look ahead to Monday night. What's Monday night? 48 hours or so. There's a game. You're probably going to have a ranked K-State team against a KU team in the top 10 for first place, at least a share of it in the Big 12 Conference. You can be honest, we've always been positive about this program since day one. But 2 weeks ago, did you think that's what would be happening this Monday night? To be playing for first? Right. No chance at all. I did think they could come in and beat KU the second time around, and I think that's ultimately what will happen. I know we're not doing predictions as yet, but I do think they're going to take care of business. I'm winking too, So I do too. I mean, we'll get to that. We'll have a long podcast that'll go up Sunday. Maybe special guest? We're going to have a special guest. We're very excited. KU fans will love to hear from him. I know they're a big fan of him right now. You can figure out who that is. But before we sign off here for KSO, I do want to say thank you, and I want to hear your thoughts too, on the Yard Bar for doing this. John Mackey came in, opened this up for us. They weren't open, so thanks for coming in. And then what does it mean to you, Jeff? Let's pat ourselves on the back here, because that's what we're here for. Always. To see these people come out, and they've told their friends, and they've showed up here, today for us. For you. If they get to stop that, it's for us. It's for them. It's for us. It's for the site. It's for the community. I think people wanted something to feel good about. They want to share K-State sports, what's progress, everything. Yeah, they want to bitch a little bit about it at times too, and that's fine. That's a prerogative. They're fans. They're passionate. But right now, unbelievable momentum happening. Great time to have this party here. We've been telling our friends. You should keep telling your friends. Get on down here. Well, when you watch this, you won't. But you should come down anyway. Yard Bar is great.
Yeah.
They're fantastic people. We'll do it again, I'm sure. Maybe we'll do it if the NCAA tournament time. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a spot. I know Wichita has, first, second round this year? If that happens, Anchor maybe in Wichita? We're getting ahead of ourselves. But anyway, no, this means a lot. These people have been fantastic, and we're touched. We're blessed.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was, okay.
Sound expensive.
It's all okay, yeah. So for Jeff Martin, for Grant Flanders, who's behind the camera right now running this thing, he looks better on this side of the camera, I'll say.
He's dreamy.
For him, he really is. Natalie Hall over there giving out T-shirts. Derek Young, Chris Nelson, who provides great insight for you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks for coming to the Yard Bar. Appreciate your time on KSO.
You told your friends.